Buddy Love, what's up? You're looking at me relaxing from a long ass day of working, from a long ass weekend. So I just come back here, I listen to this relaxing music, I watch The View, and I reset for tomorrow, cause the grind don't stop. If this your first time looking at my channel, I do sports betting content. I'm also a furniture salesman, so sales is a stressful job. So yeah, I'm just chilling, cause I've been on go all day. Appreciate that. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, they had gave me a free bet. $100. That's how I believe in the power of social media. I believe that as a salesman, I gotta get people's attention. So the more I post, the more opportunity I have to sell. I just know that if I just came out and I just posted furniture sales or car sales, people would ignore me. So I had to do this sports betting content because I know this what gets people's attention. Which app are you talking about? Hard Rock? I like it just because like I really like sports betting, so like I use so many different apps. It's not my first pick because I don't know why it's not my first pick. I know why, because like I don't like doing straight bets. I do parlays, so I'm so used to prize picks, underdog, and apps like that. And with Hard Rock, it really is not a flex option. But it's not a good payout flex option. So I know when I bet on Hard Rock, if I put two players together or three players together, I gotta hit every pick in order to get the max payout. So I lean towards the other apps first. But I'll check Hard Rock because they'll give out a free bet or they'll give out those free coins. That's why I make the content because I'm showing my personality in my videos. I'm showing that I can sell different products. So I actually have another YouTube channel. If you go if you go to like my community post, I have a link to my new YouTube channel. I'm gonna start posting five on Prize Pick betting 25. So I post videos about selling, like I'm selling furniture now. So I'm starting to post more clearance items. I'm gonna start doing more videos where I break down the products. And like I say, I believe in the power of social media, so I never know who's watching. Somebody might see me, and like you say, they might gravitate towards me because that's what happened with this sports betting channel. Um, I think they're called the Creator Sports Network. They reached out to me to live stream live sports, but unfortunately, my schedule don't permit for me to do it like I want to because most of the games come on while I'm at work or they're coming on after I get off of work. And, after all day performing, trying to sell furniture, I'm not trying to get on YouTube and try to sell excitement. Yeah, Daytona Beach. Appreciate that. So you bet 25 and you won 105. Did you have a goblin or was that like a three-man flex? Oh, that's what's up. I used to let's see. Pompano, that's down going down south, right? Yeah, that's down south. Going towards like West Palm Beach, Miami. Before I got into sales, I used to deliver RVs, school buses, box trucks. I would pick them up from, from whatever area, and I would drive them to wherever they would needed to go, and I was responsible for my travel. So I always tried to get me loads that brought me back to Florida, so I can either get a lift home or I can just rent a car and drive home. Yeah, it just had to come back to me. Like I drove so much that I can still see some of the highways. I can still see some of the roads. Like I used to drive, like this is my work ethic. I don't mind hustling. I don't mind grinding. I don't mind, working to get what I want. I used to drive 20 hours a day, which is illegal, but I didn't care. I wanted to make the most money and I wanted to get back home as quick as possible. So, yeah, I burnt myself out. Like I tell people all the time, I was burnt out long before I got into sales. I can't wait. I can't wait. I delivered a lot of stuff to Pompano. I delivered some dump trucks, some cement mixers, some garbage trucks. When I tell you a garbage truck is not meant to be driven long distance over the road, I drove a garbage truck from Dodge Center, Minnesota to Pompano Beach, Florida. So right now, I don't reinvest I reinvest my money into this channel, but like so far, like everything just goes straight to bills. Like before I started selling furniture, I was struggling in the car business. So I just kept grinding out in the car business until I got fired from my last dealership. And then I realized that like, I'm not a car salesman. Like a car salesman gotta be like a shark. You gotta be like pressure, pressure, pressure. And that ain't me. I'm more laid back. So I'm like, look, tell me what your budget is. What kind, like, I'm gonna find you the car that fits your budget. If it don't fit your budget, I ain't trying to show it to you because I ain't trying to waste no time. I want to show you what you can afford to buy. So I was struggling in the car business. That's what made me start sports betting. And I keep it real on my channel. I tell people all the time, I don't supposed to be gambling. I shouldn't be betting at all. But I knew I got hustle. I knew I had this YouTube channel. I know, like I say, I know the power of social media. I know the power of my voice. And I'm talking, like, I ain't saying this on no cocky level, but I know, like, if I speak and I tell my truth, I'm going to reach somebody and they going to end up signing up using my promo codes. And that's what happened. I started making my videos. People signed up using my promo codes. I took that promo money and then I turned that into real money. And I didn't even really know what I was doing back then. Yeah, I'm laid back. Because this is what I understand with sales. As a salesman, I don't control anything. I don't control your budget. I don't control your I don't control your style because you pick and choose what kind of car you want, and you pick and choose what type of furniture you want. So my job is to help you answer any questions that you may have, and then facilitate the payment, facilitate the order. If I got to convince you to buy something that you didn't plan on buying, that's a lot of work. And I don't want to do that type of work. That's too much mental. I got to talk. It's like, no, I want to, like, this is how I treat my customers. When they come in, I try to have a genuine conversation, just like we having a conversation here. Hey, my name is Russ. Welcome to Furniture Row. I might compliment whatever outfit they got on. I might say something else, and then I'm like, hey, show them where everything is at. And then I say, look, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna step back here, let me know if you need something. I just want to come in, answer a few questions. Hey, we got this sale going on, and then back up. Because you know what you want. But yeah, I knew I didn't have no money to sports bet, so I was like, let me make these videos. I know that everything has a cheat code. Maybe I played too many video games. But I knew that there had to be, like, even for something like sports betting, even for something that is all luck, I knew it had to be the cheat codes. So that's when I came on YouTube and I started finding Props Made Easy. I started finding Daily Grind, Odds Jam. I started finding them, and I'm like, man, I need to get these tools. So I started making more videos. I realized that, like, all these cappers, they ain't nothing but shiesty, excuse my language, shiesty ass salesmen. All of it is ego driven. We trying to close sales. Everything's a lock. Everything's a guarantee. Here's my plays of the day. And I was like, that ain't the truth. The truth is sports betting is all luck. There is no lock. There is no guarantees. The players still have to go out and play. So with me grasping that concept, I finally stacked up enough money so I can get those projection tools. Props Made Easy was the first one. Once I started understanding the American odds system, how all the different sports books work, that's when I started making money. Not because I knew who was going to win, just because I just trusted these numbers. Because I just feel like it's all a hustle. So it's like, okay, let me use these numbers against y'all. And that's what I did. I ended up, like finally being able to afford the tools. And I told myself, I said, when I finally can afford these tools and make the content, I'm going to show people for free, because nobody is showing for free. Everybody is saying that oh, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me $100. Or, man, there's people out there is charging $100 a month for their picks, $100 a week for their picks. And I just told myself that I couldn't be that. John, what's up? Sanchinair 91. What's good? I call him Sanchinair 91 because we go back all the way to my days as a car salesman. He been down with the channel before I even had, back when I had less than 500. Appreciate the likes. So yeah, I told myself I'm gonna give these projections out for free. So each time I start stacking up enough money and getting these new different projection tools, I kept showing them for free. And people kept signing up using my promo codes, and I kept getting more free money to bet with. So my whole 3 years of sports betting, I have not used I use only $100 of my money. I've been recycling the promo money. Back then when I first started, everybody wasn't on it. So they was giving out, like, I think Underdog gave me $100 if I put $100 in. So I would put my $100 in, take their $100 and start winning more money. And once I stacked 100, I pulled my 100 out. So now everything that I'm betting is house money. I appreciate that saying that I motivate you. That's another reason what made me start telling my story on these videos, because I want to motivate people. Because if you got goals and you got dreams and you got something that make you feel good, that's what you got to go for. That's what, like, I keep it real. I'm 40 years old. I've hated every job that I've ever had. But the only thing that I enjoy doing is creating content. I like entertaining people. I like making videos. I like just being creative. And that's what feeds my soul. So what I tell people that's just starting out, you don't have to have the perfect equipment. You don't have to have everything that you need. I started like every piece of content that I make, I started out with my phone. I still edit videos on my phone. Everything that I use, like, I can't afford fancy equipment. I can't afford, so I had to make I had to use my creativity and make my iPhone work, make my Android work. And I had to find, like I say, I had to use the power of my voice. I just had to keep it real. So, like, you starting your kick, what you starting? Yeah, when you start your kick, just start. Just start it out. Just start. It ain't gonna be perfect. It's not gonna, like, you're not gonna get that many views. But that's your opportunity to learn. That's your opportunity to watch other people. Take something from them. Keep building on your, yeah, I turned 40 last June. So, shit, I'll be 41 this year. But yeah, just keep building on, like, just keep building your skill level up. Just keep building your creativity up. Keep building your ability to talk to people, your ability to tell stories. Like, don't think of don't think of not getting views as a failure. Just think of it as you putting your reps in. Because the more you talk, the more you keep talking on camera, the more you keep talking in front of people, in front of nobody, it's gonna build up confidence. You're gonna start hearing your voice. You're gonna start thinking that, hey, I got power in my voice. So again, and this I'm gonna tell you that it's powerful. I think with kick streaming your own camera, right? I'm gonna say 95% of my channel, you don't see my face. I've only recently started just coming on camera more. Yeah, June 24th, 1985. So yeah, don't be afraid to start. Like, most of my content. Oh no, I did start. Like, I showed my face the first part of my first starting out on my channel. Then when I started selling cars, I stopped showing my face. No, I was selling cars, but yeah, I stopped showing my face because, like, I didn't feel like shaving. I didn't I was so depressed. Like, I didn't care about shaving. I didn't care about getting a haircut. And, like, you could tell, like, the sadness in my eyes. You could see the bags under my eyes, and I didn't want to be on camera like that. But, like, now, I don't care. Like, you can still see the tiredness in my eyes. You can still see the bags under my eyes. But, like, people still, like, when they did see me, they be like, yeah, you don't even look like you 40. But now I'm gonna start being more on camera too. Okay, so yeah, so I ain't even know that about Kick. As soon as you start your kick, come back to the channel and let me know. I'll follow. I'll sign up for Kick just for you. I told somebody else that a long time ago too. They never came back, so I don't know if they started their channel or not. But like, yeah, you come back and let me know that you started your Kick. I'll go ahead and sign up. Oh, I know it's gonna pay off. I most definitely like that's what keeps me going. On days that I feel like giving up, I'm like, I know the work that I put in. Like, I'm gonna tell you how much of a hustler I am. The fact that we're even talking right now is letting you know that, like, even when I take a break, even when I relax, I'm still trying to get paid. I do these lives just, to go on for the algorithm. I didn't know y'all was gonna show up. If you didn't, I was still gonna be out here chilling. I was still gonna be out here resetting to start the grind out for tomorrow. But it's like, hey, y'all came through. Y'all helping the algorithm get boosted because they like, wait a minute, somebody chopping it up, somebody coming. So even me relaxing, I gotta get paid. I know how the grind is, man. I know how the grind is. I know how it is to be like, I need to get this certain amount of subscribers. I need to get a certain amount of numbers. I'll come through, run the lights up. I'm the type of person, this is what I believe. I believe if I had it hard, I gotta pave the way for somebody coming behind me. I'm not that type of person to say, oh man, I had it hard, so I'm gonna make you have it hard too. You came through, you subscribed to my channel, you chopping it up with me right now, you helping boost my algorithm by leaving these comments. So yeah, I'm gonna return the favor. Soon as you start yours, I'm on there. Hey, let me play y'all some new music. Let me play y'all some new music. So again, I got a story to tell y'all. So with this music I'm about to play, it's my cousin. His name is Rosa Skywalker. I never wanted to be on camera. I never wanted to do content for myself. I started out doing all my promo work for my cousin. because I heard his music, and again, this is why I support people in their creative endeavors. When my cousin was younger and he was trying to tell me he wanted to rap, I laughed at him. I um I laughed at him, made jokes about him, and he didn't give up. He didn't quit. What he did was he used that to motivate himself to get better. And then I remember coming back home and my cousin played some music for me, and I was blown away. I was like, damn, this mother. I'm talking about like, this is to me. When I heard him, I'm like, this need to be heard. Everybody need to hear this. And I told myself, I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna promote him. So I ended up, just making up creative stuff for him, trying to help him out with his creativity. But then it came to a point, I'm like, okay, your sense of urgency ain't like my sense of urgency. I kind of grasped this concept of this social media thing. I think you need to listen to me. So it came a situation like, you know what? I'm gonna have to show you better than I can tell you. Watch me cook. If you ain't trying to listen and follow the playbook that I'm trying to do, I'm gonna have to get in the game. So this is what happened. I've gotten in the game. He's still doing his thing with the music. I still push it from time to time. Like, I don't go as hard as I used to just because I'm focusing on myself now. But he just dropped a song, and again, I had that same feeling that this right here is a hit. So let me know what you think. Rosa Skywalker. That's my cousin. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he made the beat. He made the beat. Yeah, he on Spotify, YouTube Music. That's his name right there. Where we at? Right there, Rosa Skywalker. Okay, that's me. No stress. Low key, I be appreciate that. Check them out. This another one of my favorites. Yeah, it's good for an independent artist. That's what's up. Appreciate that. For like gospel music on the rap side, I like D1. I don't. I can't really consider. Well, I feel like he is a gospel rapper because he talk about God a lot. He talk about the Bible. I like D1. I used to listen to like the old school gospel, BB and CC Winans, Kurt Franklin and the family. Now I haven't heard of them. The gospel artists. What type of techniques? Oh, you talking about sales tips? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like those sales tips. Not saying that they don't work, but it's like I don't want to consider myself a salesman. Like you come into a furniture store because you want furniture. I want you to look at our inventory and say, "Hey, Russ, I want this one," or "Hey, Russ, I don't want this one. I had fun talking to you. I had fun, you made this a nice shopping experience, but I don't see anything." And then they leave. And maybe they tell a friend to tell a friend about me. That's why I like making content because I'm trying to get people that already know what they want. I'm just trying to be the guy that you come to. Oh, okay, cool. I can deal with that. I can deal with that type of stuff. Yeah, them sales technique people. I can't rock with them. Look, let me tell you the power of like the belief in myself. I would have I would have been quit a long time ago. I believe in myself so much. I drove 20 hours a day. Imagine driving through all three time zones and then flying through all three time zones 3 or 4 times in a week, and you still keep going. Imagine driving 1,000 hours knowing that you're not going to sleep in a bed when you take a nap. You're going to sleep in a garbage truck. You're going to sleep in the back of a box truck. You're gonna sleep on the floor of a cement mixer. And when you wake up, your back gonna be hurting. You gonna be sore. You still gonna be missing your family. But you still gotta get your ass up and keep driving another 1,000 miles because you gotta make it there in 10 hours in 10 hours so you can deliver, catch a flight, and do it all over again. That's the type of belief I have. Cause when you out there on that road by yourself, if you don't believe in yourself enough to pick yourself up, I would have died way way back then. So it's like, yeah, I got them type of techniques. My focus, I got that tunnel vision. I don't accept anything except for the freedom that I'm trying to get. Anything less than that, job not finished. I can't chill. So it's like, yeah, think about like I say, my channel, I started my channel, nobody was watching me. I had to sit here, well, not right here at this point where I'm at right now. I'm talking about like I was going live knowing that like nobody was gonna be there. So imagine talking like I'm talking right now, and you keep seeing that there are no views, and you still talk anyway. I kept talking until they came. Like I say, like what I told you earlier, when you first start out and nobody is watching you, keep going because all you're doing is building up your reps. All you're doing is getting more confidence in your voice. All you're doing is building up your win so you can keep on talking. So like, yeah, if I didn't have the belief in myself, I would have been gave up. I'll take it even a step further. I got the belief in myself that where I know that when I wake up in the morning, I'm already behind the 8 ball when it comes to being a salesman. I know that I live in one of the lowest paying counties in Florida. So that means that the people that live there, they're probably going to be one, they're not going to have the best credit. Also, they're probably not coming in to buy expensive furniture. So I know that I got to work twice as hard to reach more people who can. That's another reason why I got to grow my channel so I can reach people outside of this city. Because technology has made it where you can, if you live next to a furniture row, I can set up your order. You just got to call me. I can set up your order at the store. Now you got a friend in the furniture business. So I believe in myself so much that I know that if I get one person, the right person that see me, the right person that see me talking about this furniture, they can either buy furniture from me, they can put me on into a spot where now I'm on TV selling furniture. So yeah, I believe. You gotta do it like you gotta do it like millions is watching when nobody is watching. So I'm telling you, I ain't saying that it's easy. Like it might sound like extremely confident. Nah, man, it's plenty of times where it's like, man, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. But then what keeps me going is I remember what I'm doing it for. Yeah, married, 2 kids, 11-year-old, 3-year-old. The ultimate goal for me is freedom. I don't control my time. My time is controlled by somebody else. A job tells me when I can come in, what time I can go home, and when I can take more than 1, 2, or 3 days off. And the only way that you can get control of your time is to make more money. Because 95% of the people are only going to work to pay their bills. So I figured out, and this is why I drove those 20 hours, the more money I make, the more control I have. So if all of my bills, I'm just throwing out a random number, if all of my bills are $2,000 and I can go bust my ass and I can make $5,000 in 1 week, that means I can take the next 3 weeks off if I just wanted to live off of that. And once I start doing that over and over again, I realized that I'm in control. And none of the companies that I work for could control me. They'd be like, hey, Russ, you'll do this for me? Nah, I can't do it. I'm going home. I had so much control over my time that I worked for this one company. They fired me 3 times, and they hired me like they had to rehire me to fire me 3 times. But that's crazy. The first time they fired me and I filled out another application to drive for them, they hired me again. And I told them, I said, nothing has changed. The same way I had, the same attitude I had before, I still have it. Are you sure you want to hire me again? They were like, cool, come on. I guess they thought I was playing. I had to show them. So they fired me again. I came back, did the same thing. So it's like, yeah, I want my freedom. And I realized that's when I started investing in the stock market. That's when I realized that multiple streams of income. That's why I realized the power of content. I work hard once. I make a video once. If that video is good enough, that video can pay me. If my video is about me advertising another product, I can get paid because you watch the video. I can get paid if you sign up for that product. That's like 2 different sources of income. That's killing, 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's why I do what I do. I'm trying to get freedom. The more money I make, the more freedom I have. Because a job knows that you need them. And once they know that you need them, they control you. That is how a job can fire you 3 times and hire you back each time because they like, you know what, he got the skills, and you know what, I'll put up with it for a little while so we can move these units, because we know he gonna move these units. And I say that from experience. I'm 40 years old, but I've been working for the last 23 years of my life. I've been a juvenile detention officer. I did that for 9 years. And that's when I realized too, I could be good at a job, and that means you're gonna make me work harder. That means you're gonna try to throw extra responsibilities on me because you're gonna be like, hey, he can handle it, but you're not gonna pay me my worth. And I got to a point where I got tired of not being paid my worth. That's when I started moving the way I move. I know the power of my abilities, and you gotta pay me for that. Because every time I leave the house, every time I gotta leave my comfort zone, you gotta pay me. Because I don't wanna do none of that. Like I said, I never had a job that I enjoy. I don't know what it feels like to be like, damn, I like what I do. I do what I gotta do. That's why I say I'm not really a salesman, because like I'm not trying to persuade you to buy anything in this store. I want you to come in here, see something that you like, and say, hey, Russ, let's ring this up. I just want to talk to you, have a good time, and chill. That's it. If you don't want to buy, okay, thank you for coming. Do you got a friend that want to buy? But I gravitate towards sales because I have that ability to tell stories. I have that ability to talk to people. And people, people that like me. And if they got some money and they can afford to buy, they usually buy. And then I'm honest too, like, and that's really hard in the sales game because you working off a commission. I'll give you a good example. This guy called in and wanted to place an order. He asked for his salesman, but she wasn't there. So I was like, I'll write your number down and give it to him. He was like, nah. I want my furniture, like right now, basically like in the next 2 weeks. So he's like, yeah, I'll order it with you. I was like, listen, if you order this with me, I guess I made him feel guilty. I was like, hey, if you order this with me, she will not get the credit. Like, are you sure? And then after I said, are you sure? That's when he was like, nah. She really did help me out. Okay, cool. Just take my number down. So I could have been like, you know what? I got to eat too. Go ahead and take his number down. Like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Because I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. It's about respect. But that type of stuff, like, people gravitate towards that. I'm going to give you another example. Yesterday, I accidentally jumped on one of my coworkers' customers. I didn't know. They just told me I had somebody down there. And when you got multiple people roaming around a furniture store, you don't know who just came in or not when you wasn't down there. So once I realized what happened, I was like, look, man, that was my bad. I didn't know. I was, I was just running down here. He was like, cool. So they didn't see anything that they liked. So I was like, look, I was like, wait here, let me go give you his card because you were really his customers. I accidentally, like, it was an accident. And the guy was like, you know what, I'll take your card too. Cause I was talking to him. He respected the fact that I was man enough to say, look, you wasn't my customers. I'll give you somebody else's card. How many people do that? So now he might come back and buy something from him, and then he might say, hey, look, this next item I'm buying from him just because I helped. That's why I didn't fit in the car business, because, like, I'm not on that cutthroat stuff. Like, everybody can eat. I'm not greedy. That's why my channel, you know, is like it is. I gave out the free projections because why keep it to myself? Why try to charge? Like I do charge for my pics. I do have members only videos, but like I'm not taxing for it, cause like I don't have to be greedy, especially for something that's like luck based anyway. And that's why that's why all the good stuff that happen to me. That's why I get people to sign up using my promo codes. That's why like when I finally do get like the right views, affiliates come reaching out to me. Cause like the energy I put out, I'm trying to help people, but I want to help myself too. But we all can eat. We all can eat. The thing is, people get greedy, and that's when they're like, okay, cool, I want what's on my plate and your plate too. It's like, nah, if my plate gives me enough to be free, I don't care what y'all do. I'll help you. Matter of fact, I'll help you so you don't have to look at my plate. My ultimate goal is, and this is how I look at it, it's easier to work by choice than work by force. I want to just be in a position where it's like, okay, cool. Today is a day where I don't feel like going to work. Today is a day I don't feel like performing. I just want to stay home. And I want to do it without the guilt of like, dang, if I stay home, am I going to like miss this bill? Or am I going to miss that bill? It's like, nah, I don't want to think about that. So that's why I do what I do. I ain't trying to stunt. I don't need the fastest car. I don't need no luxury car. I just want to be free. Freedom of time. And then like I do like different styles too. Like I do comedy videos, I do parody songs. Just trying to reach people. I've documented my depression when it comes to work. I got a playlist on my channel called the Mad Rabbit Shorts. I just made that video because again, like I was just depressed from going to work every day. So I was like, I need an outlet. How can I tell my story in a creative way? I came up with that. I got videos in the playlist section called Have You Seen the Prices of Eggs? That's why I just talk about the frustrations again, but just in a different style, like a spoken word poetry style. And if you watch both of them, they're two different extremes. So like I show my versatility. Like I made a parody song. I turned Beyonce's Cuff It into a gospel song. I think that video on the channel, I think the remix. Matter of fact, I did the regular version, and then when she did a remix, I did the remix too. I think I got the remix on this channel. I think I did like 15. Like, so what I did was I made them short videos, and then I put them together as like a story. My favorite ones is 6 through 10. Those the one with like real raw emotions. Like no acting. Like those were like real frustration in the moment. And that's another thing that set me apart from like other sports betting channel too, because everybody else is like, you know, locks guarantees. They showing you they betting $100 every bet. I'm showing you small steps. The only time I make a real big bet, it got to be a free pick, or I'm guaranteed to get my money back if I lose. And me, my whole betting style is survival. If I survive long enough, I'm gonna hit big. You must be watching like on your phone and on the TV. You got both of them playing at the same time. Yeah, I do the same thing. Back in the day when I played video games, I used to have two TVs in my room. I have a TV to play the game on, and had a TV to watch the TV while I was playing the game. So like Sundays, I was watching football while I was playing Madden. Yeah, I started from the bottom. Like I had to grind my way to get here. I got a lot of subscribers from, a one-man show. I do all the editing, I do everything. The promo. That's why when you was talking about all those techniques, mind over matter, you gotta have that ultimate belief in yourself if you willing to do it all. Even like I say, with no views to the level that I'm at right now. I think I got about 3,390. So funny story about this channel. This channel used to be called Cars R Us, and all I did was post car content, walk around videos, tutorials on how to use some of the features. What made me change the name to Russ Bets on Russ, I started doing the sports betting content because I realized that I needed some money so I could gamble. But I got fired from a Nissan dealership, and they made me delete over 1,000 plus videos. I had to delete all my videos because they sent me a cease and desist order, and I only had 1,100 subscribers when they fired me. But that really gave me the motivation. When they sent me that cease and desist, I was like, if a multi-billion dollar, well, multi-million, because this is like a local, guy that owns a lot of dealerships around here. I was like, if this multi-million-dollar company sent my little small YouTube channel, or sent me, a small time YouTuber, a cease and desist, I must got some power in my voice. So that what really gave me the motivation to keep doing this channel. But I was like, I gotta change the name because I'm no longer gonna be Cars R Us because that was never me anyway. I need something that's true to myself. And I was like, okay, cool, it's a betting channel. But I also bet on myself. I think J. Cole got a line on his, I can't think of the name of the album, but he was like, I bet on myself. Like, if I'm betting on myself, I'll double down every time or something like that. And like that line stuck with me. So I was like, Russ Bets on Russ. Because the only time that I've ever been successful in my life financially is when I bet on myself. When I bet on myself to drive those 20 hours every day, I was successful. When I go against the grain and do what I feel is right, I'm always successful. But it seems like when I try to fit in, when I conform to the norms, I'm never successful. And I end up being like in the state of like where I'm at right now, like battling my way to come back. But when I bet on myself, like magic happens every time. Are you saying how did I find out they sent me a cease and desist letter? Or how I find out I got fired? They had their legal department call me. They were emailing me because I don't as a salesman, as a car salesman, you have to get yourself out there. When the dealership does advertising, they're not gonna say your name. They're gonna say the dealership because they don't care who in that building sells you a car. I care who sells who I care who I sell a car, and I had to advertise for myself. So they see me out there with my camera. I didn't make it a secret. Like I promote myself. I'm gonna always promote myself. I don't care what the product is. I'm gonna make sure I'm putting it in people's face. I'm gonna make sure I put it in a spot that people can see it. Cause you're not doing it for me. So they ended up on. So yeah, they knew I had a channel. I made that known when they hired me. This is what I do to promote. It's all good when you're working for them, but of course they wouldn't. I didn't like. I'm not mad that they did it. I respect it. It's business. But what they don't know, it was dumb for them to do it because I didn't have no ill will towards them. I hated the car business anyway. And again, like I say, I'm a hustler. This is what's funny. Like I say, like I have no ill will. The week that I got fired, matter of fact, not the day that I got fired, 3 days later, two people had reached out to me to buy a car from me. I told them I got fired, but I was like, look, I know somebody there that's gonna sell you the car. I hit up one of my coworkers and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna send you this people. Just shoot me $200. I know that's what you pay your people that refer you. So I'm like, you do that for me. Bam. I sent them the people. I got the money. Another person called me. I called my other friend that worked there because, I wanted to rotate it. I called him like, hey, such and such said they want a car. So I sold two. So basically, I sold 2 cars after I got fired. But once they sent that cease and desist letter, I'm like, cool. I ain't trying to work for you for free anyway. So I ended up, after I deleted all my videos and stuff, I was like, yeah, I don't care. So I told him about the channel. Because I don't make no secret. I'm gonna promote me. I'm gonna put myself out there. Because if you look at it anyway, I'm in sales, but the percentage that they pay me, come on now, I'm the face. I'm bringing people in. I'm selling these products, but the owner is always gonna make more than the employee. The owner is never gonna pay the employee what they probably should really be getting paid for the amount that they really putting in. So I'm trying to figure out a way how I can make my job easier by bringing more people in so I can get paid more money. So the people the people I work for now, a couple of them know that I have a YouTube channel because I'm not going to be shy about promoting me. And I never been shy about saying, like, even as a car salesman, I told people I'm the brand. It doesn't matter what dealership I go to. It don't matter what I sell. As long as I treat people right, they're going to buy anything from me. Because if I'll give you a great example. When I worked at Nissan, I only spent 3 hours with this man. Every holiday and I'm gonna say every 2 weeks, he'll send me a funny meme. I never hung out with him, but if you look at our text message conversation, you would think that me and this guy go get a beer or we be going to basketball games all the time. That's the level of rapport that I built with him in those 3 hours. So that lets you know that I'm more than a salesman. If I come back right now and I tell this guy I'm selling furniture and he needs furniture, who you think he's gonna buy from? All right, that's my time. My phone about to die. And I told myself once it's about to die, it's time to go ahead and get ready for tomorrow. And that's the funny thing, is like I'm so antisocial. It's kind of it's kind of like God was like, you know what? I'm gonna make you so nice. I'm gonna make you a comedian. I'm gonna make you funny. I'm gonna make you be able to relate to people. I'm gonna make you easy word to help people out. But for my entertainment purpose, I'm gonna make you so antisocial where you don't even like doing it. But you're gonna be so good at it that you have no choice but to do it. So that's why sales drains me, because like I'm constantly talking to people and it's not fake. Like it's still, it's not fake, it's still genuine, but it's like, oh man, I just want to go home and just sit down and watch TV. And like if I don't have to talk to nobody, I'm cool. Not that I don't want to do it, but it's just like I know that like I'm fine just chilling. Like me doing this live. If nobody came, like if y'all didn't show up, I would have just sat out here in silence because I'm comfortable in silence. And most people aren't. They want to talk. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta get ready for tomorrow is the end of the President's Day sale. So I'm gonna get some rest. I appreciate you for rocking with the channel. I appreciate you for subscribing to my new channel. I appreciate you for subscribing to my cousin Spotify and anything else. This how I always end my videos because it's true. If you got goals and you got dreams, keep grinding no matter how hard it is. And believe me, I know it's hard. Always bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself. And thank you for betting on Russ.